Hey girls, welcome to another live stream today. I hope that you are well. Just comment below if you are watching it live or on replay. But today I want to dive into very common challenge when it comes to overeating and cravings, because we need to understand those two things if we want to be successful on our fitness journey. So no matter if you want to lose weight, you want to see differences on the body scale, or if you are working out towards your health, these two are super important to understand. So let's start with what is overeating. Let me know in the comments if you have any idea what is overeating. But basically, overeating occurs when we are consuming more food than the body actually needs. And that can leave us really uncomfortable in our skin. We will feel full and really stuffed. That happened to me after my bikini competition when I just ate so much food. Like, honestly, I could eat like 2 tables full of food, and then afterwards I just couldn't walk at all. But I knew I need to walk, otherwise I will get to the hospital because it was disgusting, honestly. And yeah, this was my experience with overeating just because I was dieting for the past 7 months. So my body straight away went into a mode that I need to overeat because I don't want to be in a diet anymore. Then we have few reasons why overeating is happening. So my main reason was that I was dieting for a really long time, and then my body just like craved more food that I could actually give it to him. But this is a very rare reason. So another one is emotional eating. I feel like this is very common. So let me know in the comments if you've ever experienced that you want to go eat when you are stressed, when you are bored, or when you feel sad, or even when you are super happy, you are going for a food. So it's triggered by our emotions. Type yes or no if you've ever experienced this one. Then another reason for overeating is a lack of mindfulness. So basically, we are not listening to our body. Because if you would be listening to your body, you could just ask yourself, hey, do I feel hungry? Do I still need to eat? Am I full, or am I really starving? So if you will be asking yourself, and then you will be having a conversation with your mind, then you will know that you are mindful about your hunger cues. Then let's move on to the cravings. I hope that it all makes sense so far, but cravings are completely different. It's a desire for specific foods. They are often high in sugar, salt, and fat. Let me know if you are craving more salty or sweet foods. Let me know in the comments, please, because I would love to know. I am definitely craving more sugar. Um, and this can be by various factors again. So the first one is hormones. Like, we are females, we have a lot of hormones in our body, and it all fluctuates. So our hormones such as insulin, ghrelin, leptin can influence our cravings, especially during our menstrual cycle. So I am sure that you've experienced that when your period hits, you suddenly want to eat a lot of chocolate, right? So we need to understand those hormonal changes, which can help us to manage those cravings. Then another factor is emotional and stress related triggers, which again, we are trying to go for foods that are more like a comfort zone, you know? So we are going for those foods during our challenging times. But the best thing to know is that cravings are temporary and they can be controlled over time, but we just need to put the work in, because everything is happening in our mind. It's not actually the body that is craving it, it's just our head. So let's just dive into the differences between overeating and cravings. So the first one is overeating is, as I said, we are consuming more food than we actually need, while cravings are strong desires for specific foods like chocolate, chips, burgers, and stuff like that. Then, overeating can be triggered by portion sizes, emotions, mindless eating. On the other hand, cravings are often influenced by our hormones, our sleep, nutrient imbalances. So, if you are maybe drinking a lot of alcohol, then the next day you will fuck all of this up and then you will be craving some processed foods. Then again, it can be influenced by emotions or with the past experiences because cravings are kind of like a habits. So we can change that. Then um, overeating happens during our meals or when we are actually snacking just because we cannot stop eating it. After we feel super full, then we stop. On the other hand, cravings is like we are not getting really full from cravings. It's just our taste buds that needs to be satisfied. Then overeating is about the quantity of food that is consumed, while cravings is, again, as I said, just the particular foods like sugar, fat, salt. Again, it's just like in our mouth. So you need to realize that everything is in your head and in your taste buds because we are living in 2023 and no one is super hungry. We all have excessive fat in our body, which means we are not starving. Yeah. This is just in our head that we are starving and then that we need more food, but it's not actually true. So I want you to dive into your mindfulness into your head and then start asking questions like, hey, am I really full? What do I really need? Why I am craving this? Okay. And then you can just overcome those by practicing this. um, we need to recognize the triggers for those overeating or cravings. So, why are you feeling like this? Why do you crave chocolates? Why am I overeating now? What is happening? So, just dive deep into your body, listen to your body, keep kind of like understanding it because it's your shell, it's your home. So, we need to understand it. Why is this happening? But instead of turning food to cope with our emotions and stress, I want you to find healthier alternatives. It can be exercise, meditation, go to sauna, maybe play some games, maybe find time for hobbies, maybe read a book, maybe listen to podcasts, do something else than just being bored or being super stressed. Um, I hope it makes sense so far. Let me know what is your favorite exercise to do to cope with the cravings with overeating. Then I want you to have always some healthier options accessible for you. So stock up your pantry with something good. But if you are, for example, know that you are craving chocolates on your period, what are you gonna do? How can you prevent that? Because this will not help you to lose weight. You will actually gain more weight than you need by overeating or by craving those foods. So I know it is super common to have cravings on our period, and it's just because of the hormones, as I said previously. But what healthier alternatives you can have? So you can opt for dark chocolates with high cocoa content, which is like 70% and higher, or you can get a chocolate that is less sugary. You can get some chocolate protein bars. You can get chocolate protein puddings, protein yogurts, because it will still satisfy your chocolate cravings while being mindful of healthier choices that will actually help you to get closer to your goals. You can also have a lot of berries in your fridge because they are low in calories, so I definitely recommend that. You can have maybe some low fat, low calorie ice creams if you are craving something sweet. Or what is helping me and what helped me over my prep for bikini is to have a warm beverage because it will satisfy your cravings. You just need something in your mouth at all times, and herbal teas like peppermint or chamomile or any cinnamon apple tea will help you with your cravings. And if you're gonna try it, let me know because it is working. Then also what helped me to satisfy or actually to prevent those cravings is to brush my teeth. So sometimes when I'm eating my main meal and I crave so badly some dessert, but I know I don't have any dessert and I would opt for really high in calories, high in sugar, which will not help me to get closer to my goals, I am going to brush my teeth. Or if I'm in a restaurant, I am straight away putting a chewing gum or getting more water just to tackle those cravings. Have you tried it? If not, this will help you so much. Then what I want you to do is to track everything. Honestly, by seeing those numbers in my app or on my fitness pal will help you so much to understand how much you are actually eating, why you are not losing weight, and then that's why maybe you are feeling stressed, you are feeling sad that you are not making progress, but it's because you are overeating. So let's try to focus on the numbers and try to see it as a game. Because it is actually helping me now when I'm eating something super high in calories. I'm like, oh my God, that's not worthy of my time of like 2 hours spending in the gym and then stuffing my face with this cake that has like 400 calories. I'm like, for those calories, I can have a huge meal full of color, salmon, quinoa, like all the yummy stuff that will actually help me to feel super full instead of like eating a cookie, because this will not help you in any way and you will still be craving something. So I hope it all makes sense. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments or reach me out on Instagram or in the app because I'm here for you and then we can tackle this together because I know how it feels when you are struggling with those things. I've developed binge eating disorder. I've been overeating. I had a lot of cravings. So yeah, I know how it feels and I know that we can tackle this together because this is super common and I don't want you to struggle with the same thing. So just remember everything is in your head and always try to ask yourself questions like you would ask your friends. If your friend would do something bad, you would ask her as well. You would support her. So be mindful of those changes. Don't be too hard on yourself. If you know that you've ate something that wasn't in your fitness calories or whatever to lose weight, then okay, let's start the next day, because we are just humans and it can happen that sometimes you will overeat because it was so good, but then the next day maybe do more cardio or do more steps and then just get back on your track. Does it make sense? I hope it does. And yeah, I hope this live stream was valuable for you. And if you have some biggest takeaways, let me know in the chat or on this Facebook or on YouTube, because I really want you to take some takeaways from this. And I want you to start asking questions to yourself and to tackle all this. So have the best day, and I'll see you in the next.